All right, so we wanted to find the standard form of a parabola with vertex -3, 2 through 0, 5. So, what did you guys start with?
Vertex form.
Okay, vertex form. So you go into the dusty cobwebs of your brain and pull out vertex form, right? Or you think about it in terms of shifting. I don't care what you do. So, what's vertex form?
A. X minus
Okay, so it's a left shift by h, an up shift by k, and some kind of a stretching thing. So what do I know from the vertex at -3, 2?
X plus 3.
Good. So I know it's actually x plus 3 that gets squared, right? Because it shifted left 3 and up 2, so there's definitely a plus 2. And what don't I know about?
If
there's a stretch.
Yeah, I don't know about the stretch. So right now I'm sitting at f of x is a times the quantity x plus 3 squared plus 2. Yeah, see that? Crap. How do I find out what a is?
Yeah, you saw that's yeah.
Solve for what?
A.
Oh. Okay.
You can't solve it without the quadratic.
What was that thing?
You can solve it.
Yeah, good. We have this other piece of information, right?
Yeah.
0, 5. That piece of information is, somehow contains a, right? How does it somehow contain a? What do I know about 0, 5?
Because it goes up 5 and over 3.
X is 0 and y and out goes 5.
Yeah, good. What I know is that this is a point on the graph, right? So it's an x, f of x pair. So what I know out of that is that 5 is f of 0. You guys see that? So I need to take that information over here, and now I can calculate 5, right? Which is f of 0, which is a times
0 plus 3.
0 plus 3 squared plus 2. So I think we got 5 is 9a plus 2. You guys see that? And then we are going to have to solve for a, right? But we didn't have to do it in general. We can just do it with these kind of relatively easy numbers. So what do you get for a out of this?
1/3.
Get a is a third. Okay, what do you do with that piece of information?
You just put it back.
Take this and put it back over here, right?
Oh,
Into your vertex form. So now we're going to incorporate both the vertex and this vertical shift information that we got out of the other point. You guys see that? So that'll tell me that f of x is 1/3 times x plus 3 squared plus 2. Boom, done.
How do you figure out any horizontal compression or stretch?
Good. Horizontal compression or stretch is going to be contained in my vertex, really.
Okay.
You guys see that? Like, there is enough information here for me to have all things accounted for. And parabolas are relatively easy. If this was a more complicated function, I would have a harder time accounting for other possible factors. On this one, I can get away knowing that the vertex is these two numbers and a is given to me by the other one. What?
You didn't complete the problem. It says to find the standard form.
Oh,
Yeah.
bugger. Okay, so what do I have here?
You have a.
Yeah, I have vertex form. They asked for standard. How do I get standard out of this?
Isn't that the completed square? So you can just write it back out.
Yeah, this is the completed square, so I should uncomplete the square,
Yeah.
which amounts to FOIL and combined like terms.
Yeah.
You guys see that? Okay, so FOIL and combined like terms, what do you get? So f of x is 1/3 x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus 2. Okay, so all told here, I think I get f of x is 1/3 x squared
3x.
plus 2x, I think, plus 3 plus 2 is 5. Boom, done. Now we're done. What else could we do? We might want to check our arithmetic there, right? So how else could I check my arithmetic?
Plug in 0.
Yeah, I could plug 0 in, make sure I get 5 out. That's a good check. What else could I check? I could check to see if the vertex is in the right spot. So how do you get the vertex out of a standard form?
Negative b over 2a.
Yeah, it's negative b over 2a, right? So I could look at this and I could think, okay, the vertex is thinking negative b over 2a, which for this guy is going to be negative 2 over 2 times 1 over 3. Uh-oh, fractiony land. Is negative 2 over 1 divided by 2 over 3, which is
Negative 6 over 2.
negative 6 over 2, which is negative 3, which is good or bad, or
Exactly.
that 3 there, negative 3 there, and this negative 3 here. Check. I probably did my arithmetic right. I would want to plug it in to really, really be sure, but at this point I'm pretty sure. Cool? Alright. How would you get from this standard form to this vertex form? Complete the square. Yeah, which I think completing the square is the hardest thing that we usually try to do in Algebra 2. So it'd be good maybe if you tried to remember how that worked.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing, but it's the one I like the most, but it doesn't work all the time.
No, completing the square always works. It just gets really damn inconvenient sometimes. So, do you guys remember when completing the square gets really inconvenient?
When you're adding something extra in.
Okay, let me pause this and maybe we'll complete the square.